If you want to learn how to make your New Year's resolution or any large goal-changing resolution come true, or make sure that you don't quit it, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So it's the 2nd of January and I've just got back from the gym, and it's around this time of year that people start to have resolutions and start to say things that they want to change within their life and within their business. And it's a really kind of cool thing to do, to instantly dismiss this and say that New Year's resolutions don't work. The truth is, New Year's resolutions do work. Statistically, you're actually 10 times more likely to stick to a resolution made during the new year than at any other time during the year. But a lot of bloggers and motivational speakers, they like to say, oh, Ian, New Year's resolutions don't work, here's why. And I do want to talk a little bit about why New Year's resolutions don't work, but I want to tell you that you absolutely should be looking to make a change or do something different about your year. If you want to give something up or if you want to start it, now is a great time to do it. People who have New Year's resolutions, 8% of them make it to the end of the year, and 46% of them roughly make it 6 months through. Now that might not sound like a lot, but it's a hell of a lot more than people who don't make any resolutions at all. The reason it seems very popular to say that they don't work is while a larger portion of people make New Year's resolutions, it can seem like more people fail, even though actually more people succeed. It's just they don't really talk about that number as much. So no matter what your New Year's resolution is, I want to talk to you about the one thing that you can do to make your New Year's resolution or any large resolution or goal stick. So there are two types of resolutions. There's really big, broad ones, things that don't necessarily have a concrete way of doing them. Stuff like be happier, spend more time with family, go to the gym more. And there's more concrete resolutions that people also work on, like give up sugar, or make 5 sales calls a day, or run 5K every day. And the problem is that we often give up, even on days like today, like the 2nd day into the year. It's very difficult to identify what it is that you're going to do in order to reach that resolution. And although we might be able to sort of envision ourselves as having kind of better lives with, you know, those resolutions in mind, it becomes very difficult to continue to motivate yourself, because the journey between like where you are now and where you want to be and where you could be with this like better life, that's the reason that people tend to quit, and that's the reason people tend to give up. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, is how to get over that kind of initial hump. So one of the big misconceptions that people have about their resolutions is that they need a plan. And this is kind of the big mistake that a lot of people make. If your goal is to lose weight, or to go to the gym, or to make more sales calls, or whatever it is that you want to do, you know how to do that. You don't need to plan. And that's the trap that people get caught in, is they end up creating these long lists of things that they should be doing and starting off by writing out lists of all the different activities they're going to go, and they create schedules and plans and say, well, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times, and I'll go at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. None of that matters. That's why a lot of New Year's resolutions fail, is because people focus on the action, and that's not what's going to help you stick to any of your new goals or kind of big changes that you want to make within your life. So here's what you need to do instead. What you need is an emotional connection to the goal. And immediately you'll know that giving up sugar, or making 5 sales calls a day, or making sure that you write a blog post every single week is going to make your life better. The problem is that you don't have a deep enough connection as to how it's going to make your life better and why you should do it. So what you need to do is sit down and list out every possible thing that will be better in your life when you complete this goal. So I want you to fast forward to 12 months time and think to yourself, what is it that's going to be better about my life? How is my life going to be better? How is my life going to be better when I accomplish this resolution? And write out everything you can. Just at the moment, things that focus on you. Every single thing that matters to you. How will your life be better? Will you have a better quality of sleep? Will you have better quality of customer? Will you have more time to spend with your family? Will you be able to go and buy the new car that you've needed? Write out all of the things that are going to happen when you accomplish that goal. When you have an emotional connection to something, your brain is unable to distinguish between what's actually happened and what you're creating, which is why this technique is so powerful. It's way more powerful than creating plans and schedules and, you know, writing out task lists, because instead what you're going to do is you're going to create this future inside your brain, and it's going to be something that you're going to connect to. So after you've written out every single possible way that your life is going to be better, after you have already accomplished that goal, so fast forwarding 12 months, here's the next thing I want you to do, is write out, if you don't do it, how will your life be worse? So this is the second part. How will your life be worse if you don't end up creating this future for yourself, and if you don't end up changing what it is that you're doing? Then you need to take your list, and we're going to flip this, because the biggest reason that people quit on any kind of resolution or goal is because they think to themselves during that trough of despair, which we've talked about before, yeah, it's not so bad, do I need to really lose that much weight, or this investment and this work isn't worth the outcome. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip the resolution, and you're going to look at how it benefits and harms other people, which is why your second list, you're now going to write who benefits from you kind of doing, you know, the resolution, losing weight, making more sales calls, writing more blog content. Who would benefit and how would they benefit? Think about why their life is better and what is better about their day-to-day if you accomplish that goal. And you need to get really wide and really broad and think as deeply as you can with this. Do your kids benefit from you writing blog content every day? Does your audience, do your customers, does your mortgage company, does your landlord, all of these things make a difference, and you will affect other people's lives and make their lives better. And then we're going to flip that and do the opposite. And what I mean by that is writing out how people's lives are worse if you don't commit to this resolution, by working out what it is that would affect their day-to-day and their life in a negative way. How is their life worse? How are they worse off if you don't do this? If you don't commit to it and don't stick to it, how will that damage or harm them? This might sound pretty extreme, but this has been proven to work more than kind of writing out plans and writing out to-do lists. It's not about working out, you know, the tasks or the individual steps that you have to take. Instead, what you need to do is emotionally connect to the benefits and the harm that you'll bring to yourself and your future and other people's, because we can't connect with the future until we start writing out and describing it. As soon as we start describing it, it makes it much easier for us to stick to a resolution and to a bigger term change. So let me know what your goal or resolution is for 2019, or maybe it's just for the year, or maybe it's for your life in general. What is it that you're working on? Let me know in the comments below, and then just give me one example of who would benefit or who would suffer if you didn't accomplish it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm Mike from Sell Your Service. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I help funnel builders like you every single week, releasing videos on how to stay motivated, how to sell more marketing funnels, how to sell your services, how to price things, how to basically generate and attract more income. I've got some free training down below on how to get more done every single day and enjoy doing it, talking about productivity and motivation. You can find that down below, so you can use the link to access that. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching. I've probably got a couple of videos either side of me here. Welcome to 2019, or whenever you're watching this. I'm really excited to see what we've got coming up in the year ahead, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Keep building those funnels.